Once upon a time, some adventurers founded upon this land, naming it Matt's House. They did not know what part they would play in the story to come, whether they would be heroes or villains. But one thing Mishy knew: he would go anywhere with his new best pal, Matt Dash. Off on a gallant gander, they wandered across the plains. They wandered to a mountain. They looked at the mountain, and they hated it. You see, these two were destined for each other, and they were destined to travel far from here, to a land much shittier, much shittier. See, the easy life was not the life for Mishy and Matt Dash. They chose the long adventure. Only time would tell if this would pay off for the duo. However, things did not all go as they seemed. Having promised to be with each other forever in a great embrace, they split off. Matt created his own pad, and Mishy was left to his own devices. Kicked out of the pad, Matt was going this alone. So Mishy decided, as all sensible people would, that he will continue south towards the cursed lands. Now, whether or not Mishy knew these lands were cursed when he got here is to be decided at a later date. But they were. He's founded the city of Mishville in the kingdom of Mishland, and all was well. He had his kingdom, and his lover Matt Dash had his own. Nothing bad could ever come of this. Back at Matt's house, the remaining 6 decided that, well, Matt doesn't live here anymore, so let's change the name to Matt's old house. And here, they grew families. And on the south side, Mishy and Matt Dash grew separated. Though they still held much love for each other, there was also a bitterness there, a rivalry, as they built their own little camps. However, what was not seen previous, before, after, was that Matt Dash could miraculously, spontaneously create. Okay, Cam Watson became king of the Beef Squad in a surprise event that left him very hungry with power. The Pyromaniac had become king of the Beef Squad, and he had become the leader of the bad gaming culture. Now, back to what I was saying. Matt Dash managed to spontaneously create life from his own flesh, creating 5 immaculately conceived spawns to flesh out his village. Mishy Man did not have this power. Callum became the leader of Matt's old house, still under the rulership of the king, Cam Watson. Mishy made love with a weird skeleton and created a strange little baby that he then had a child with to create his own little family, his little incest family. Matt's weird babies, spawns of himself, little outcasts of his own skin, scampering around, little devils. Look at them. Karen was forgotten about, and he was put into the game in his 2-meter apartment in the Forgotten Kingdom, in the middle of the desert, where he belongs. However, by this stage, much of the world had grown. The incest and spawn of the two southern kingdoms was growing. And of course, Matt's old house was overflowing with 53 occupants. This couldn't last for long. Expansion was on the horizon. Siggy Pepe minimum wage. Some people have more health than others. Some people are kings, some people are cursed. And this is where we realize that Mishi was in fact cursed by living in the cursed lands. He was weak. In this area we can see Moss. He's still living in Matt's old house, chilling out. He's a wise man of 43. He longs for chickens in his life. There's Callan, the leader of Matt's old house, and Ethan, just chilling in Matt's old house. There are still many characters yet to play a part in this story, but we will get to them soon. I'm starting to wonder if I forgot to cut this part out, as it seems extremely long, and shit all happens. But I've already committed to doing the voiceover, so here it is. The narrator takes a long sip from his beverage. Matt's old house, thriving as always. Somebody cut down a tree. We don't know who it is. It could be Amy, the lumberjack. Let's say it is. Let's say it is. Yeah, I was definitely supposed to cut this. Okay, alright, hold on. Moss branched out, creating Moss's Chicken Coop, a brand new village under the kingdom of the Beef Squad. In beef we believe. Now, down below, Mishville was thriving, was growing by the day. Mish was sad about the split with Matt, but still longed for him. He was named King of Mishland. He's attractive, he's wise, and he's cursed. In the land of Matt Spinoff, in a beta male move, Matt Daesh did not become king of his own kingdom. Instead, Ilago, a 20-year-old spawn from his left kneecap, became the new king. Iago was tiny and honest. What a beast of a man. Look at him. Who would know what would happen with this man at the seat of power? Only time will tell. Karen is living with a whole lot of chickens. Doesn't seem to be doing anything out here in the desert apart from just sitting outside with his chickens. Seems like a kind of Moss thing to do. But a few new towns were created. Karen's still doing nothing. Now Matt's old house. 93 people in there now. Expansion was definitely needed. And then it was done. The town of Johnsonville Shopping Centre was created in the Kingdom of Beef Squad. And who better to be the leader of Johnsonville Shopping Centre than Siggy, the loyal servant to the Beef Squad, He takes the bad gamer name everywhere he goes, and he becomes the leader of the town. Karen, still up to jackal, randomly finds a stray human who wandered in from the east. He's paranoid and decides to stay with Karen. Ken Watson. He's pyromaniac, bless, gold tooth. He's had 24 children. He likes meat. Yeah, that's what you need to know about him. Matt Daesh has spawned 38 children. Pretty good. Karen has had 0 children, which is great. We're again on this menu, where I question, did I mean to leave this in? Probably not. Many cultures were forming across this newfound land, but something else was forming too. Something much darker, rising to the surface.